Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory.
Yo, you thought you'd seen it all, right? But what if I told you that Oprah, yeah, the same Oprah who's supposed to be all about living your best life and spreading positivity, just got exposed for something straight up disturbing. Apparently, she's been linked to a tape involving Justin Bieber, and it's got the FBI involved. Oh, and she's gone real quiet about it too. Let's break this all the way down. 75 million secrets. Oprah's alleged purchase of Diddy's disturbing tapes. Oprah reportedly shelled out a whopping $75 million to get her hands on some tapes. Now, these aren't just any tapes. Allegedly, they show Diddy mistreating young stars, including Justin Bieber, Aaron Carter, and others we're not even hearing about yet. It's insane to think about, but it gets worse. These tapes supposedly expose some twisted stuff involving Hollywood's biggest names. And if the rumors are true, Oprah was willing to pay big money to get her hands on them. It's like she's buying herself a piece of some dark underground secret. So why would she pay so much? What's her stake in this? We can only guess, but whatever it is, it's gotta be major. The underground market, how Diddy's tapes are fueling a hidden Hollywood network. The story doesn't stop with Oprah buying the tapes. According to some wild claims, this footage isn't just being held in some vault somewhere. Nah, it's being sold around, like it's part of some underground ring. Apparently, these tapes are making the rounds among powerful Hollywood insiders, folks who've got the money and influence to keep this stuff out of the public eye. Think about it. If these tapes are as bad as they say, why would anyone want to buy them? Well, money and power make people do some sick things. There's talk of an entire network of elites trading this footage like it's some kind of dirty currency. And guess who's at the center of it? Diddy, again. But now Oprah's being pulled into the mix, which makes you wonder just how deep this really goes.
Savagery. Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of just terrible? Wanna know why?
Bieber's hidden trauma, the exploitation that haunted Hollywood's biggest star. Now let's talk about Bieber. The dude's been through a lot over the years, but this is next level. He said before that his time in Hollywood has been traumatic, and it makes sense now. Imagine finding out that there's footage of you taken without your consent, being passed around like some sick souvenir. That would mess anyone up, and it's easy to see why Bieber's been trying to distance himself from all this.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
He's hinted at things in the past, talked about his struggles, his breakdowns, his time in rehab, but now all these pieces start to come together, and it's heartbreaking. He's already said he feels betrayed by Hollywood, but this man, it's like he's been used, abused, and then discarded, and now these tapes are out there being sold off without his consent. That's gotta be a whole new kind of pain. Silenced voices, how mainstream media suppressed Justin Bieber's story. Here's where it gets even more twisted. The media has been covering this up. Bieber's tried to speak out, try to share his truth, but time and again, he gets shut down. Every time he tries to lift the lid, it's like the media slams it right back on. Think about all the interviews he's done, all the times he's hinted at something darker, but nobody's really listened. Why? Because mainstream media's got its own interests, and protecting Hollywood elites is part of the game.
He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet.
It's no secret that powerful people have ways to keep things quiet, and Bieber's story is no different. The press controls the narrative, and they're not about to let something like this slip through. Bieber's just one voice against a whole machine that's built to protect itself. But with the FBI now involved, maybe this time the truth will finally come out. In plain sight, allegations of Diddy grooming Justin Bieber on national TV. We've all heard about Diddy's infamous parties. For years, he's been hosting these wild events, and a lot of folks just saw it as him living his best life. But now, there's talk that he was grooming Bieber in plain sight and nobody noticed, or maybe they just didn't care. Remember that interview where Diddy made some suspicious comments about Justin on national TV? Yeah, that's coming back to haunt him now.
We hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream, and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
Man after my heart, that's what
Diddy always played it off like he was just a mentor, showing Justin the ropes in the music world. But with everything coming out now, it's like a light's being shined on things that always seemed a little off. If he was really grooming Bieber, then that means this wasn't just about music. It was something far more sinister, and it went on right under our noses. A mother's regret, Patty Bieber's fears about Diddy's influence. Now, you gotta wonder what Bieber's mom, Patty, is thinking. She was right there at the start of his career, thinking that Diddy and Usher would be good mentors for him. But now, it's gotta be a whole different story. Reports say she regrets ever letting Justin get involved with Diddy, and honestly, who can blame her?
What sort of mother allows their child to go to an adult party, knowing she'd heard some weird stuff? Like, please make that make sense, because I don't understand why any parent would allow this to happen. And where's the dad in this?
Patty probably thought she was setting her son up for success, putting him with industry heavyweights. But looking back, she must be asking herself how she could have missed the signs. She wanted the best for Justin, but now she's got to live with the fact that he was caught up in something no parent would ever want for their kid. She trusted these guys, and now it seems like that trust was seriously misplaced. Hollywood's dark secret, claims of a conspiracy to protect PD files. There's this idea floating around that Hollywood elites have been covering for each other for years. We're talking about a full-on conspiracy to protect predators like Diddy while exploiting young stars. The more you dig, the more it feels like an open secret, with everyone in Hollywood just playing along.
Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein.
Think about how many stories have come out over the years: Weinstein, Epstein, and now Diddy. It's like a game of who's next, with these PD files taking turns exploiting the vulnerable, all while Hollywood turns a blind eye. If there really is a conspiracy, then that means Bieber and countless others were just pawns in some sick game that Hollywood's been running for years. Oprah's alleged ties to known offenders. Now, Oprah's no stranger to controversy, but this is some next level stuff. There are whispers that she's got ties to some sketchy people like Jerry Harris, who got busted for youngin' exploitation, and John of God, her so-called spiritual advisor. Both of these dudes have dark pasts, and now people are saying Oprah knew all about it.
So what do you mean you had the surgery?
Well, I was as skeptical, but you know, when you have leukemia and someone—
Stay with me, people.
John of God was out here running a whole youngin' trafficking operation, and Oprah had him on her show, endorsing him like he was some kind of healer. If she's really got connections to these guys, then that paints a pretty ugly picture. We're talking about someone who built her career on trust, but now she's being accused of keeping some seriously shady company.
Yes, let's talk about John of God. This man can only be compared to a cult leader, and Oprah and him were very, very pally at one point.
If Oprah knew even half of what this guy was up to, that's beyond messed up. It's like she was either clueless or worse, she just didn't care. And now, with all this other stuff coming out, it makes you wonder what else she's been hiding. A hidden message. The dark interpretation behind Justin Bieber's Yummy. If you've seen Bieber's Yummy video, you know it's got a weird vibe, but some folks are saying there's more to it than just a catchy tune. They're claiming that Bieber was actually sending out a message trying to blow the whistle on Hollywood elites. Think about the lyrics, the visuals, it's all coded, allegedly.
I feel bad for Justin Bieber right now. I feel like he gave us so many signs and we missed all of them. Have you seen what fans have been piecing together about the Yummy music video?
Wait, because everyone's always hinted at like, oh, there's a deeper meaning.
Now that this P. Diddy scandal has come out, you kind of see the relation between the lyrics and the music video.
Bieber's been hinting at stuff for years, but now that this story's out, it all kind of makes sense. Yummy might have been his way of calling out the people who exploited him without saying it outright. But who knows? Hollywood's all about smoke and mirrors, so maybe this was his way of peeling back the curtain just a bit. Kanye's warnings, the accusations against Diddy you can't ignore. Now Kanye's always been one to speak his mind, and he's come after Diddy too. He's accused him of being a federal informant and part of this big conspiracy. And honestly, with everything else that's come out, maybe Kanye wasn't as crazy as people thought.
As far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed.
Kanye's always talking about the system and how it's rigged. And with these new allegations, it's looking like he might have been onto something. If Diddy's really been an informant, then that means he's playing both sides, working with the feds while also being part of Hollywood's darkest secrets. Silenced voices, the mysterious death of Aaron Carter and his allegations. We can't ignore the fact that Aaron Carter's name is in this mess too. He's been vocal about being mistreated in the industry, calling out big names, and then suddenly he's gone. It's no secret that he died under suspicious circumstances, and now people are wondering if he was silenced because he knew too much.
What role did Diddy play in Aaron Carter's death, and what did Aaron Carter know?
Aaron Carter wasn't shy about speaking up, and it makes you think, was he getting too close to the truth? Did he have dirt on Diddy and others, and did that make him a target? His death was ruled accidental, but with everything we're hearing, it's hard not to question that. A shadowed past, the scandal at Oprah's school, and allegations of exploitation. Let's not forget, this isn't Oprah's first brush with scandal. Remember her girls' school in Africa? Yeah, that was supposed to be a place for opportunity, but then reports of abuse started coming out. People were saying that the whole thing was a cover-up for exploitation, and now with these new allegations, it's all coming back.
Trial of a former dormitory matron charged with abusing 6 students at Oprah Winfrey School for Girls in South Africa is resuming. Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them.
She built that school to give back, but with everything else surfacing, it's like another piece of the puzzle. People have been whispering about that school for years, and now they're asking if Oprah's really who she says she is. So what happens now? Well, if the FBI's got the evidence, Diddy could be facing serious charges. And if Oprah's tied to this mess, she might have to answer some tough questions too. Now, if this blew your mind, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We're just getting started, and you won't want to miss what comes next.